Hello, in this lesson we will learn countable and uncountable nouns. First of all, let's start with the meaning of the noun. In English grammar, words that refer to people, places or things are called nouns. They can be classified in many ways. English nouns are often described as countable or uncountable. In this lesson, we look at countable nouns, uncountable nouns, expression of uncountable nouns, how much, how many, some, and any. Countable nouns. Countable nouns are easy to recognize. They are things that we can count. For example, pencil. We can count pencils. We can have 1, 2, 3 or more pencils. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. For example, my dog is playing and my dogs are hungry. In the first sentence, the dog is singular. In the second sentence, my dogs are plural. When a countable noun is singular, we must use a word like a, the, my, this. For example, I want an orange, or where is my bottle? Let's go with uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, also called mass nouns or non-count nouns, cannot be counted. They are not separate objects. This means you cannot make them plural by adding s, because they only have a singular form. It also means that they do not take a or n or a number in front of them. Let's have a look at the examples of uncountable nouns. There are some foods that can be uncountable nouns. For example, cheese, butter, salt, and sugar. Also, there are some drinks that can be uncountable nouns. For example, coffee, orange juice, milk, lemonade, and tea. While giving examples of uncountable nouns, we don't use just food and drink. Let's have a look at the other examples. Money, furniture, information, that can be uncountable nouns. We usually treat uncountable nouns as a singular nouns. We use a singular verb for these uncountable nouns. For example, this news is very important. Your luggage looks heavy. Expressions of uncountable nouns. There are some expressions that can be used with uncountable nouns. We use them to express quantity. Let's have a look at these expressions. A loaf of bread, a bottle of milk, a piece of cake, and a jar of jam. How much? We use how much with uncountable nouns to ask about the quantity or price of something. For example, how much sugar do you want? In this sentence, we use how much to ask about the quantity. How much is this hat? In this sentence, we use how much to ask about the price of something. How many? We use how many with countable nouns to ask about the amount of something. For example, how many students are there in the class? Or, another example, how many people are there in your family? Any. We use any in the negative and interrogative sentences before plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. For example, are there any oranges in the fridge? Yes, there are. There isn't any coffee. Some. When we want to mention quantity, we use some with uncountable nouns and plural nouns in the affirmative sentences. For example, we need some biscuits and some flour. However, we can also use some in questions. For example, would you like some tea? In this sentence, we expect the answer to be yes. Thanks for listening to me. See you in the next lesson.